Good morning. I have to admit it feels a little odd being here this late for the late service, being early service attenders. But I'm Les, this is my wife Karlyn. We're happy to be here with you this morning and share our temple talk. When Karlyn and I retired from Alaska, it was my turn to follow her wishes for a place to live. She wanted to be close to water with a warmer climate. Given that we had visited friends of 50-plus years who had retired on Smith Mountain Lake and liked the area, we visited Trinity and were impressed with Gary's memory for names and felt comfortable as Lutherans with the early service. Our first group activity was helping with setting up for Trinity Treasure Sale and have been involved with it ever since. We attended other Lutheran churches in Roanoke, but didn't feel nearly as welcomed as we did here.
We are both lifelong Lutherans, heavily involved in each church we were members of, as teachers in their schools, or being active in various ministries within the church. What we saw at Trinity was a very caring and open church, one that went far beyond its walls. We knew there were differences in our more conservative view coming from the Missouri Synod, but felt that we could be faithful to our roots and traditions, since our similarities were more important than the differences. We were more interested in helping this church be a strong witness to the community we serve. As a small child, I was always given something to put into the offering plate each Sunday. It wasn't until I was old enough to go along with my father on Saturdays to the florist shop. That giving took on a different meaning. I would do small chores in the shop, and I always swept the floors before heading home. After the trash was taken to the incinerator, my dad had to return the shop key to the owner. Taking the key up to the door, I was always given 2 quarters from the owner. With this charge, that 1 quarter was for me, and the other was to be put into the offering plate. I always felt very grown up that I could give part of what I had earned to the Lord.
My family attended church whenever church was held, no matter what. And when the offering plate came around, my 2 brothers and sister always looked toward my father for a dime or even a quarter to put into the platter-sized passing plate. It wasn't until I was older in confirmation class and even later during religion classes in high school and college that I equated the placing of that quarter into the plate as an active part of the service. An act similar to Old Testament times when God required a physical sacrifice given during various occasions. This sacrifice wasn't because the temple needed the dead goat or sheep, but because God wanted the individual to give the best of the herd or the first fruit of the harvest to him. From the time of Cain and Abel, God required a sacrifice, not because he needed it for himself, but because he wanted to see the sacrifice of giving. It was from the early giving of that dime or quarter that I felt the act of giving during worship was an active part of the service. My giving up, my sacrifice to return to God and his ministry based on how much he has blessed me. Trinity offers so many opportunities to be generous. Financial opportunities are obvious each Sunday with the passing plate, if even a quarter, if you're giving online. Remember, it's a part of worship. Opportunities are also numerous with giving of your talents and time. There are many and varied ministries in which you can actively be involved. It doesn't take much time, and it often is based on how much time you have and the interests that you share. The benefit of your involvement always improves or benefits someone, including yourself. I feel a major benefit from any group involvement in an activity or ministry is the fellowship that is shared. From cleaning up after OMG to visiting someone at Runk and Pratt. Sharing God's love doesn't require a diploma or specific training. God didn't train any of the prophets or disciples. He simply said, go and do, and I will be with you. Opportunities of using your time and talents are clearly available in the Stewardship for All Seasons initiatives. I encourage you to make use of those opportunities. You will be better for it.
Our greatest hope for Trinity Ecumenical Parish is that the Lord will continue to bless all those who worship together each week, that Trinity will always be a strong, active part of the community, helping those in need, supporting community efforts, and sharing the faith with those seeking to know more about their Lord and Savior.